Hello, everybody. We're just going to assume we're good and start going. You can yell at me if my audio is broken. So how is everyone today? I'm excited to be here with you, as I always am, because hanging out with you guys is my favorite part of every single week. So let's see. We are going to watch today the desert sunrise video, and I am set up, buttons. I am set up for demos. Let's see, we can probably brighten that a little bit, zoom you out a little bit, maybe not that far. There we go. So if you have any questions, you need any extra help on the desert sunrise video, I'm all ready for that. There, I made myself disappear. So yeah, we can go ahead and get started. I will tell you right now that as of this moment, I don't have something to show you for next week. I may or may not have a video next week. I have been working on something all week, but I did kind of abandon it for now because I had about 4 hours worth of video recorded over a couple of days. And I was only about halfway through the painting. So I had to make a decision. Do I try and hurry through it and, make it okay so that it can be a shorter video? Or do I put everything into it that I need to put into it and legitimately make it an 8 to 9 hour video? I could see it being an 8 to 9 hour video, honestly, and I don't want to do that. So for now, I did put it aside. I have another idea that I'm going to work on when we're done here, and hopefully I can get something to come forth quickly on that so that we can have a video next week, but otherwise we may not. So, yeah, breaking it into a series is an option, and I've thought of that before, but the issue with that is, I don't know if you've noticed that not a lot of people do that anymore. That used to be a thing that people did on YouTube, but not so much anymore. Inevitably, the first video in a series is going to get watched and the other ones will not. And, from a business standpoint, I have to think of things like that, because if I put out a video that doesn't get any views, it impacts my entire channel. So if I put out a video, a series of videos, let's say, and the first one gets a decent amount of views, the second one doesn't get any, that kind of tells YouTube, hey, this person's videos suck, so don't recommend them to anybody else. So I have to think about things like that too. And I know a lot of you say, I would watch a 20-hour video, but the reality is that the vast majority of people wouldn't. So a super long video like that is also not going to get views, which is going to have a negative impact on my channel. So it's hard, and it's extraordinarily stressful, you guys. It's hard to balance what I want to do and what I can do with what you guys want to do, but also with what YouTube is going to reward or punish me for doing. So I say punish, that sounds really aggressive, and I guess I don't mean it like that, but those are all considerations that go into every single painting that I put out. So just so you know, I'm not just like painting willy-nilly, let's paint this. There's a lot that goes into every single painting. Oh, good, Atra. I noticed that Spooky the cat is coming up a lot lately, which is weird. That one kind of goes in cycles. But yeah, I have no control over that. So it happens and then it doesn't. And when it doesn't, I notice, I can tell. So, yeah, it is. And a lot of people don't. If it's a two-parter, the second video might get half as many views. The third video is going to get a quarter as many views as the second video. So that's just the way it is. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that I can do, and I consider all of those, every time. So just understand that if I say we don't have a video next week, I'm not coming to that decision lightly because, and I apologize, I have cat hair all over my face. Ultimately, I would like to have a video every week. So if there's not one, just know that I'm probably pretty stressed out about that. I will. Atra, where did you post it? Hello, Sylvie, and everyone else that I missed. I'm sorry. I usually try to make it a point to say hi to everybody by name, but I was running behind again today, so that didn't happen. All right, so on Instagram. All right, I will go find it as soon as we're done here. Let's go ahead and get started on our video. Give me a shout if you have any questions about the video, about the techniques, about anything else. And yeah, if you need a demo or anything, let me know because I'm all set up for yous. And let me know how the audio is, obviously.
For today's painting, I'll be using my Frederick's canvas pad 12 by 16 and I'm going to use the...
Yeah, I mean, it is stressful, and I appreciate that you guys understand that. There,
This is a sheet of actual
when I don't put out a video, I still, I get a lot of comments, where are you, where are you, where are you, where are you? Emails and all that stuff, which is another layer of stress. I'm really dealing with a lot of stress right now, you guys. Yeah. I don't mean to sound like I'm just complaining about everything. I'm really not. I have very little to complain about. It's just stress does things to me. So has anybody done this painting yet? I haven't been on social media much this week, which you can always tell is another sign of stress. If you don't see me on social media in a week, chances are my stress level's pretty high. But yeah, so I haven't seen any of these paintings, or if I have, it's been very few. So has anybody done this yet? Debbie's still working on the elephant. Thank you, Deborah. Well, we have lots of Debs. Debs, Debbies, Deborahs, Deborahs. Lots in this group.
I'm just lightly bringing it up just so I don't have a hard line. Hard lines are harder to cover.
Well, and I very well may at some point take a break. I'm kind of feeling like I may need that. But if I take a break, I will not be taking a break from you guys. So, I mean, that's something that I'm kind of throwing around today is maybe just taking a little bit of a break from, the regular weekly full-length videos. And I don't know what that break means, but that wouldn't be a break for you guys. We would still do our thing, just like normal. So the gray and magenta kept getting darker and you couldn't fix it. I'd like to see a picture of that, Deborah.
When there's different hues of blue in there. So lay it down right above the yellow.
Ooh, a pirate map. That sounds fun.
And once I've got it all the way across there, then I can use the light pressure to just dust it into that yellow. Again, just break up that line so there's not a hard line there.
Yeah, Christine, those are good ideas. I think maybe a lot of it has to do with summer. Summer's always really hard on me. I don't do well in heat, and yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, Atra, you can ask anything you want.
It's going to help bring the illusion of clouds.
Kelly needs to do the banana.
Super light.
How can you use matte medium to glaze without streaking?
With, the possibility of
Experiment with brushes. Find the brush that works for you.
I don't mind.
It's going to be brush pressure, brush direction.
Yellow dry completely, and then use a little bit of matte.
Layers are going to help.
And
You know, a single layer of glaze is probably not going to go on real even at all. Yeah, it's really just going to boil down to the brush you use and the brush pressure that you put on it.
Maybe just a little bit more white. I don't want it to get too dark just yet.
Well, hello, A. Exum.
And again,
I'm not sure what A. Exum's name is, but hello. We're glad that you're here with us and found the chat.
and then up on the tippy toe to blend it in.
Take the whole summer off. Yes, Deborah, absolutely. For those of you who might not be in the chat, Deborah asked if the paint should be dry before the glaze. 100%. We didn't really glaze on this one though, did we? Oh, I guess we did a little bit. I don't know that I'd call that glazing, but if you don't, then the color you're painting with, it's going to pick up whatever is there. It's going to mix with it. It's not going to glaze. It's just going to mix. Yeah, I've had better luck with filberts doing a soft, but then also I do like my flat brush because I can get up on the tip of the brush and very softly. So let's see if I can. Let me see if I can do a demo on that real quick. Hang on, I want to try and catch up on what you guys are saying in chat too. Can't scrub clouds right now. Yeah, that would be good, Deb. A little bit of a glaze. Sherelle, how are you? I've been missing you. It's good to see you again. Sam, look on Amazon. In fact, Sam, if you go to my website and then at the top, click shop and materials list, I do have some glow-in-the-dark paints that I've used before in my materials list there from Amazon. So see if that works for you. And Sam, can you buy from Amazon US if you're in the UK? Okay, let's jump over here real quick. I think it's a black canvas. Dang it. What do I have here? Avocados. I'm not painting. Oh, here we go. Let's do it on this. Let's try a little bit of a glaze on here and see. I have a filbert and a flat right here, so we'll use those. Let's use phthalo blue or ultramarine because it's right here, and we'll be able to see that good against the rest of the stuff. And it's almost gone. I still buy ultramarine in basics because I underpaint with ultramarine quite a bit. And I think I've told you guys before, but weirdly enough, Liquitex does not make heavy body ultramarine in any size except the little 2-ounce bottle. They don't make the larger tube in the ultramarine red shade, but they do in the green shade, which is weird because traditionally ultramarine is a red shade. Okay. Also, Atra, as far as I believe, it doesn't matter if you're using matte medium or gloss medium. Gloss medium is going to streak just as bad as matte medium. Okay, so I have my blue and my matte medium. I'm going to use my filbert. Load up with my medium. Little ultramarine, or a lot of ultramarine. Let's go with that. There we go. So if I come in here and I start doing this, I'm getting the streaks, right? If I come up onto the tip of the brush to try and get rid of them, I'm getting streaks in other directions, and like these weird banana shapes. Now, if I come in and like almost lay the brush flat and very pale pressure, very light pressure, pale pressure, yeah, that's still gonna streak. But I feel like with my flat, I have the ability to streak out lines like that. So let's try that. Trying to get about the same mixture. Okay, so lay it down, but then if I come back with the super light pressure, the lines are a little bit better. Also, my brush is pretty wet. You can let it dry for a second. Don't let it dry to the point where it starts getting sticky, obviously. Come on, brush. But again, that almost flat pressure, barely touching, and it's much better. Much, much better. So I do prefer this brush. You can come back and smooth those out too. But again, the more layers you do, the better it's gonna hide. So, you know, if that's completely dry and I come back and do another layer, I did all those brush strokes that way to smooth it out. When I come back and do the next layer, I'm going to smooth my brush strokes this way because kind of that crosshatch, you know, the brush strokes laying one way and the brush strokes laying the other, and they're all laying on top of each other, it visually breaks up any lines. Does that help? I hope that helps. Maybe I lost you. I hope not. Okay, let's go back. Let me know if that was helpful or if that was absolutely not what you were talking about.
Nice and dark.
Deb, I think that's really up to you. If you struggle with the soft brush, try a stiffer brush. If you have no problems with the soft brush, you could try a stiff brush to see if it, you know, what the difference is, but use what works for you. For me, the stiffer brush works, but for some people, a softer brush might work. Good. I'm glad that was helpful. Good, good. Good, good. Look at that. 25 people today, you guys. I'm going to send out those hour before reminders every time. That's 2 weeks in a row we've had a good turnout for JAMSS. So, yeah. I hope you guys I hope you're not irritated by getting those reminders. Because I'm going to do that every time now. Expect it.
Same. Just a little point of white.
Good, Lindsay.
Heavy pressure to lay paint down, remember? Light pressure to blend it and smooth it.
You just got the reminder just now, Sam? Well, that's a little late.
Right here, this blue is starting to dry a little. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of matte medium. And that's where you get that look like it's blended, even though it's really not.
Well, Lee, I'm glad you made it. It's good to see you. And Atra is the one who misses and then goes, dang it, I forgot.
With streaks and brush marks because we're going to layer some clouds on top of this.
Well, good, Sam. I'm glad that you beat the reminder here.
Panic about brush marks. You have something that you just can't get out.
You didn't get any farther than this yet, Eileen? No, I missed it. I asked you guys and then I went off on something else. I apologize. Has anybody completed the painting yet?
My canvas, and I don't want to do that.
You know, summers are hard. It's hard to dedicate a lot of time into painting sometimes in the summer. Good, Gretchen.
Our base color for our sky. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry completely. I'm even going to get out my blow dryer. Make sure it's very, very dry before we move on to
Well, Sam, I loved it. Those eyes, that color was so perfect.
And
It was really, really beautiful.
my 5/8 inch filbert. So I did wet this in my jar.
Yeah, Lindsay, I hear ya.
And I've got quinacridone next to my Payne's Gray because I'm going to get a good dark shadow color. And quinacridone mixed with Payne's Gray gives
AXM, this is my first painting with you. Well, thank you and welcome. When I paint backgrounds with a flat brush, I keep having issues with brush strokes showing, like the tip cuts through the paint. So that will come with practice. I don't know how long you've been painting, but that's something that is brush control, and it will come with practice. Have you watched? I have a video that I put out a couple of weeks ago about paint management, and I show you what kind of brush is best for techniques like that, how to load it, like exactly how to use water, how to load the paint, how to apply the paint, how to blend it, also how not to do it, so that if you're watching it and you're like, that's what I'm having, then you know what the issue is. So watch that video and see if that helps. It's just called paint management, I think. We did it about a month ago, 4 weeks ago or so. But also never underestimate the power of practice. Everything comes with practice. Everything comes with practice. A photo, like a reference photo, there's not a specific reference photo. I just kind of went and looked at a bunch of photos and kind of said, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this, and then, you know, kind of meshed them all together in my brain and spit it back out on the canvas.
I don't want to take any more dark down there, so I'm going to leave that hard line for just a minute. I'm not really trying for any specific cloud shape. I want to avoid canvas texture, and that's where the matte medium comes in super helpful. See that? Just a little matte medium, very light pressure. And it just smears that paint enough to soften that canvas texture. Probably use just a little extra.
Yeah, sometimes with sunsets, the colors can be intimidating, you know, especially if there's a ton of colors and kind of contrasting colors. And that can be intimidating because you think, oh no, I'm going to make mud or, you know, whatever. But work in layers, you know, layer your contrasting colors. Wait until a section is dry and then put the other colors over top of it. You know, don't try to blend in colors that you know aren't going to give you the look that you want. I put a lot of ultramarine out, so I'm just sticking it back in the bottle now.
A lot of matte medium.
Oh yeah, Brenda, I am familiar with that drive. What part of Utah did you go to? That's where I am.
Transparency is what's really going to help sell these wispy glowing clouds.
Oh, don't worry about it, Deb. There's green in my sky. Look at the green. I don't mind green in the sky. And honestly, if you pay close attention to sunsets, you can see green. But also, the best way to avoid too much green is to blend with white. Get your colors right up next to each other, pick up some white, and bridge that gap with some white. You'll still get a little green like I did there, but the white tames it a little bit. Oh, Cottonwood Heights, yep. I know, and Lehigh. That's a little farther south from me, but I know where that is. Let me, is this, that's wet. That's okay, I can do it on my black canvas. Let me demonstrate that for you, okay? The blending thing that I was talking about, where you can blend, you can blend colors that don't necessarily go well together. In fact, I'm going to blend orange and blue, okay? Because guess what? I have seen lots of pictures of sunsets that contain orange and blue. So that's what we're going to do. Orange and indanthrene and white. So, is that scary? Orange and blue? Would you ever dare do orange and blue in a sunset where you had to blend them together? You are totally gonna dare to do it after this, okay? So there's my orange. That was a lot of orange. I don't need that much. My indanthrene. Let me put some of that orange back. That's a ton. And I'm going to need some white. Okay. Use my 1/2 inch. And let's start with the blue. We'll get our blue, we'll get our white. Just get a nice blue color. And we'll start here, we'll just lay that color down. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush. And then I'm gonna load with orange and white. Just kind of a soft orange color that you might see in the sky. I'm gonna lay it down right below the blue. Right below the blue. Now here's a hint. Just wipe your brush on a paper towel. You don't have to clean it, just wipe it. Now come in, get just a little bit of some fresh white and go right over that line. Right over the line. Go right down into the orange and right back up into the blue. Right back down until you have a blend you like. Boom, we just blended blue and orange together in a sky and we didn't get muddy garbage. See? Let's see if maybe you can see it better if we do this. No! Oh, I'm not very good at my job. There we go. See? No mud. Just a nice transition from orange to blue. And this orange and blue, they don't mix real nice. Let's see. Ooh. We get a really... Ooh, actually, I kind of like that color. But not for a sunset, I don't. It gives us a really muddy brownish green. So, and we did not get those colors in that sky. So I hope that that is helpful. Yeah, it does look nice on the black, doesn't it? Indanthrene, yeah, I think it's a little darker than phthalo blue, but it's very highly pigmented, like phthalo blue. Mic drop, exactly. Good. I'm glad that that was helpful. I think, yeah. But you know, honestly, if you look at some skies sometimes, some sunsets, like actual photographs, sometimes you'll see where the blue meets the orange and you do almost get white. So like here, I almost have a bit of white, like almost solid white right there between them. But really look at some sunsets. You'll see it, but you'll rarely see it where it just goes from orange right to blue, because what's it going to do there? The sky's not going to get muddy brown on it. What happens is, because it's made of light, you know, all of the colors together make white. So you will see some white between contrasting colors like that in the sky sometimes. Oh yeah, Deb, that's a great color combination. That'll make a nice sky. All right, let's jump back in. Yell at me if you have anything that you need again. Yeah, Deb, that sounds a lot like the cad orange in Liquitex mixed with the deep violet in Liquitex. That ruby red color. It's awesome. I love that color combination. Why is the audio? Is there just, am I just not talking? Is that, okay, there we go.
Just a little bit. Some of that medium, nice and transparent. Get a bit of that down in here where the sky is a little bit lighter. heavy, heavy, dark shadow.
Awesome, Deb. I love to hear that. So we're talking about a lot of color mixing right now in chat. So have you guys all studied up or done your homework for August? Because we're going to have color mixing challenges all month. That's going to be our focus, is color mixing. And we always seem to talk so much about color mixing in these videos or in these events. But then when I bring up color mixing to you guys, so many of you are like, oh, I'm scared.
They're matte medium.
Audra's finishing paintings.
If you're matte medium,
Lindsay better get on that. Sam didn't know. Kelly, the friend who fears color mixing? Kelly, you got to teach that friend the ways. So the homework is, a couple weeks ago, if you just scroll down in Patreon a little bit, I posted my color theory, color chart video. Your homework is to watch that if you haven't, and make a color chart and a color wheel if you haven't. If you already have, you don't have to. It does not have to be like this huge elaborate color chart. I know some of us have hundreds of paint colors. You don't have to make a paint chart with all of those colors. You know, grab 8 to 10 colors. Just grab a small sampling of colors, make a color chart. Making a color chart is, it can be a lot of work. It can be kind of repetitive. It might even feel a little tedious. For me, it's very relaxing. I love making color charts. It's kind of one of my little art meditations that I like to do. But you are going to learn an incredible amount about color mixing. Yeah, it doesn't matter what colors you use. I just want you to do it. You're gonna learn so much about color if you make color charts.
Do not worry about anything that looks like that. Just leave it.
You know,
Trust me. All right.
I don't understand why a lot of people are afraid of mixing colors. Well, I mean, I guess so. It can be intimidating because you're like, I don't understand why that blue and that red did not make purple. I want bright purple. That should have made purple and it didn't. And now you feel like you're dealing with some kind of, sorcery that you have no control over, no knowledge over. But the more you do it, the more you're going to understand it, and you're going to be able to understand it immediately. Like, I'm to the point now where I can look at two colors and I can know pretty much what color they're going to make if I mix them together. And that just comes from experience. There's very few times that I'm surprised by a color mixture. And so all month I'm going to kind of challenge you guys. It's not going to be horrifying challenges where I'm like, make this exact paint color and the person who gets it the most is, the best is going to get rewarded and everyone else is going to get flogged. It's not going to be like that at all. It's all going to be focused on you just learning for yourself and discovering what your paints do. But color mixing, getting a grasp on that will make you so much stronger of an artist. Good job, Audra. Yeah, Sam, exactly. And if you make, if you're painting along and you make a color and you're like, that color is awesome, I need to remember how I did it. Keep a little journal, make a swatch of the color in the journal, and write down the colors that you used for it. Yeah, Lori, that video that I was talking about that I posted on Patreon, I even have in that post a download for you that's got the color chart and the color wheel in it. I sell that download on my website, but I provided it to you guys for free. So make sure you download that and watch the video. You don't have to pay attention to the colors that I used in the video. Use whatever colors you like. Just pluck random colors, seriously. Don't put them in any kind of a order. Don't try and pick colors that look good together. Grab some random colors, slap them on the chart, make your chart. I think I think that you will enjoy it so much.
So what I did was I just kind of went through there. I found some that I really
It
liked.
is personal gratification.
It kind of took a little bit.
Really is.
I like the colors on this one. I like the shape.
No, Brenda, I don't have any. I don't really look at color recipe books. Part of that is because
I'm kind of building the
a lot of the color recipe books focus on particular brands, and if you are not using that exact same brand, it can be quite different. Even the exact same colors, you know, like ultramarine blue in one brand, or let's say cadmium orange, because I have experience with that. Cadmium orange in one brand can be completely different from cadmium orange in another brand. For example, cadmium orange in heavy body is a very bright yellowy orange. Cadmium orange in basics is kind of red, kind of flat, kind of boring. If you mix cadmium orange in heavy body with ultramarine blue, you get this incredible coppery color. If you mix cadmium orange with ultramarine blue in basics, you get not so much. It's kind of purpley, it's ugly. So you do have to be careful with color recipe books, because like I just said, if they said, oh, to get copper, mix cadmium orange and ultramarine blue, you might mix those colors with your paints and say, no, that made a gross purpley yuck. So that's another reason I don't use recipe books.
Highlights to these other clouds. Maybe their shape.
Yeah, Lindsay, I do a lot of watercolor charts just because the watercolor is, it can be easier to use in, you know, when you're making chart after chart, humongous charts. Yeah, so I did that a lot too. Yeah, Ashley, I agree. Me too. It's just easier to mess with the colors that I have right in front of me. Not to mention, you also have to rely on the printing and hope that the printing of the book was accurate.
Barely touching the canvas.
Like the color printing.
Nudge a bit.
Yeah, Cindy did a demo for Payne's Gray in golden versus Liquitex, and the golden Payne's Gray is almost just like straight blue. The Liquitex one is much grayer, much more neutral.
Cover something you don't like. That's why I said, don't worry about it. Don't try to correct it.
Not as far as I've noticed, Sam. Sam asks if like certain paints relate better to others, and I assume what you mean is like, does golden work better with golden paints, or can you mix golden and Liquitex? And as far as I've seen, it's fine. I've even mixed crappy craft paint with Liquitex before, and it's been fine. As long as it's not oil and acrylic, as long as it's both acrylic, you should be fine.
Looking at it. You're not looking at it going, I wonder what's happening right there. Why does that spot look like that?
Yeah, Rhonda, see, that's a good point. Her color mixing book, they were referring to outdated colors from a brand that, yeah, colors that they didn't make anymore. Yep, you guys want a good cat orange, heavy body. Don't use basics cat orange. It's yucky.
Just found a little spot on my brush where the yellow wasn't mixed in totally.
I really kind of want to take some time and make this 5/8 inch filbert a fuzzbert. Imagine the glorious things he could do as a fuzzbert. I might have to do it. A color chart mixing more than two colors together. I would say, Audrey, you wouldn't want to do it like in a typical color chart sense. I would do it kind of, you know, just do it lay it out however makes sense to you. It's your tool that you're making, you know, whether it's like you have, you know, red and blue here, and these two are going to be mixed together for their purple or whatever, and here you've got like yellow, green, blue, white, black, whatever colors you want to see how they mix with that. Yeah, which is a really good idea if you want to really dig into, let's say, shades of green. Um, yeah, that's a really interesting idea. You should just kind of come up with a couple different charts that make sense to you and fill them out like that.
Barely touching. I have a lot of paint on my brush. Don't mistake
Lindsay, I use the CAD free
paint is
in the Liquitex.
for thinking that my brush doesn't have very much paint on it.
How do you make it into a fuzzburt? By scrubbing its guts out.
Just barely
Thank you,
seeing
Kelly.
color. Let's get a little bit more yellow. A little bit more medium. I'm mixing over here in the yellow now. So I want this color to be quite bright.
Yes, Sherelle. Sherelle's going to have a fuzzburt. Keep it.
Light
Don't get rid of it. Let it be fuzzy. That's what fuzzburts are all about.
really starting to cover that area that I didn't like.
Yeah, Eileen, that sounds like fun. Eileen does mother color mixing.
Obliterating.
We've briefly touched on mother color before. When August comes and we start our mixing, so our very first jam session in August, we may skip watching a video. I may not even have, actually that's this next one. I may not have a video this week. So, but our jam session next week, because that will be our first one in August, we will go over all kinds of color mixing techniques and ideas and things that I want you guys to experiment with and play with, okay? So we'll talk about mother colors next week and
I'm really just making
yeah, oh man, especially when you get, oh, we're going to talk about some fun things. I have to stop because I can talk about color mixing for days. Oh, how did you like it, Atra? She said that she just finished reading the Painting Fast, Loose, and Bold by Patty Mollica. And oh my gosh, I have it sitting right here. This is my favorite. Here, I gotta pause this. This is my favorite art book. Where in the heck? There we go. If you want an incredible acrylic book, whether you like her art or not, I know some people, I've seen some reviews on Amazon where they're like, it's just messy and ugly. I'm like, I think it's incredible. I love it. But whether you like her art or not, this is an incredible book. It's How to Paint Fast, Loose, and Bold by Patty Mollica. And she's one of my favorite artists right now. I love, love, love her work. I love, love, love this book. Like, for example, I mean, that's very clearly a city street, but we've got crazy colors, really impressionist brush strokes, but super accurate values, and it works. It just looks so good. And this book, she talks about a lot of color theory and yeah. I love, love, love this book so much. If I end up taking a break, it's because I will be doing things like this like every single day. Bye, Lori. Thanks for hanging out with us. Good, Christine. Good, good. Yeah, you can do that, Gretchen. Mix two colors and like store it. Yeah. In fact, if you go to like the Blick store, and you can probably buy them online too, they sell tubes, empty tubes. It's mostly, they're the aluminum tubes, so it's mostly like for oil paint, but you might be able to find plastic ones on their website. But yeah, you could mix them up and then put it in the tube and keep your own. I did that one time. Actually, my portrait that I showed you guys before, I mixed my own Payne's Gray because I wanted to control it. And I mixed ultramarine and burnt umber. And I mixed a bunch of it really good. And then it took me like 2 hours. I sat there with a palette knife, putting it into one of these tubes. And that's what I used on that portrait that I did. So yeah, you can store that. I think I even still have some of that. Hang on, I'm behind on chat and I want to catch up. Hello, Kathy. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into it. We are a little more than halfway done with the video.
Lots of that super transparent yellow and then dotting it out.
Guys, I'm so excited for our color mixing challenge next month. I seriously can't stand it. I'm so excited about it.
Okay, I'm going to take a break from this, let some of these layers dry, and kind of give myself a visual.
I hope you guys are excited about it too.
I'll come back in a few minutes and see how I want to change the sky. I don't feel like the sky is done, but I need just a minute away from it to decide. Okay, this is dry, and I think I've decided that I want to add a little bit of some brighter pink into.
Oh, you guys in the
So
$10 group, $10 and up group. So some of you are still in 15. The $10 and up group tomorrow, I'm gonna schedule a live painting. I'll do that as soon as we're done here. So hopefully you can come hang out with me tomorrow too. Good, Sam. I'm glad you're excited about it. It's gonna be so much fun.
stand out just a little bit more. So it's kind of taste that there. It's not too bad.
Very few things in art, for some reason, get me as excited as color mixing. What do you mean, Kathy? Yeah, yeah, but not everybody has.
I know the
I
ultimate
think
one.
for now, at least, I may keep the $5 tier. There's a bunch of people still in it. I may keep it for a little while
Put the orange back on afterwards.
and see how that goes. But yeah, the $15 tier will be going away on the 1st. So if you're in 15 and you haven't moved to 10 yet, do so, because I would hate to have you not see any of our posts. I won't be able to post to you anymore, and that would make me so sad.
Transparent there.
Oh, bye, Cindy. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It's even just glazed.
I know, Sherelle, we haven't seen you in forever. I hope you do pick up the brushes again.
The areas off of there. Just a little bit of a foggy.
What do you mean, Mickey? A life painting? I'm not sure.
Just kind of scattering it.
Bye, Kelly.
Remember that.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Matte medium, the color is going to look a little bit more intense.
Hello, Brittany. Welcome.
So if you're looking at it, and you're like, oh,
Deborah,
that's bright
there is a post that I made a couple weeks ago. You'll have to scroll a bit. That it will tell you.
right there, that looks pretty.
You only got the $15 option? No, that shouldn't be, because I have it shut down so nobody can sign up for that anymore. The only one you can sign up for is 10. Oh, the live paintings. Yeah, so we'll paint live together. So we'll be doing this, except I will be painting. Yes, you have to physically change it. If you stay in the $15 level, you won't get the posts. And it's not that I won't be posting them to you. I physically will not have the ability to. So, yeah,
Make sure you look at it at a distance.
you'll have to move into the $10 level.
You kind of decide where you like.
Yes, Mickey, that's tomorrow. I'll make a post about it as soon as we're done today, and we'll be doing that tomorrow.
But when I stand back, I really like this.
Hello, son. How are you?
Leave that. Intensify that.
No, you're fine, Mickey. I can make another post about that. In fact, I think, like I said, I'm going to keep the $5 level for now. So when I post about that, I'll include the information. You can also go onto Patreon's help feature, and it should tell you how you can do that. Yeah. Sam, I think you signed up
Since quinacridone is so transparent,
after I'd already made the change. So if so, you should be in the $10.
once it's completely
Dev, naughty girl.
Put it over top of it. And that
Hang on, Sam. I'm pretty sure you're good.
mute it a little
Let me
so it's not
look.
quite so intense.
If anybody wants me to check,
That
tell me and I can check for you real quick
deeper, more confident here.
while we're here.
Playing with the colors a little bit.
And Rins isn't here today. We're missing a lot of people today. No, Asen, of course not. Of course not.
Just right.
All right, Sam, give me a sec.
Those clouds feel a little more distant to me, so just a hint of it here.
Come on.
I really like that. It's like these little lines. The color feel like very streaky, very distant. Clouds. Just the very tip of the brush.
It's so hard to tell. I don't know why Patreon doesn't make it easier. I don't know if I can tell. Oh, wait.
One more little bit lower.
It shouldn't, Brenda. But Brenda, please let me know if it does, if any of you change and it charges you again for the month, which it shouldn't, but if it does, please email me because I can do refunds. Poor Tan, you should get some sleep. Yeah, it really shouldn't.
Just a hint of a glaze of that color. I know that doesn't look like a hint. There we go. Okay, I actually really like that. So I think
Yes, Sam, you're good. You're good.
let's work on our yellowy
Yeah, Sam, you're good.
ones that are a little bit closer to that
Good, Atra. Good, good.
yellow. Just warming up.
Yeah, it shouldn't do anything until August 1st.
Solid orange color. I do want this color to be pretty transparent.
Yeah, Deborah, and you already got charged for July. So everybody's already been charged for July. And then if you change it right now, if you're at 15, it won't charge you anything because you already paid the 10. If you're at 5, it may charge you 5 if you move up to the 10. But
Over top of any of this.
I really enjoyed this sky. I want to paint skies like this more often. Would you guys be down for that?
I'm picturing these clouds are not connected. These are a little bit lower than these other ones. They're taking a little bit more of that direct sunlight. Yellow.
Yes, good. Isn't that color great? The quinacridone and the cadmium yellow. Just such the perfect hot
Different mixtures
red
of
orange.
yellow.
I love it.
Different amounts of this yellow.
Yep. We all need a little practice. I need practice too, man. Good. I'm glad you guys liked this one. I wasn't real sure about it because I don't do a lot of real colorful skies, and so after I'd painted it, I kind of felt a little I don't know if these colors are out of control, if they're horrible. So yeah, I was glad that everybody liked it.
All right, let's just brighten up some of the highlight points, and maybe we'll be about done.
Hello, Asen, were you here already? I thought I was talking to you already a little bit ago. But I could be brain dead. That's possible. Good.
Orange with the purple. It feels kind of
Ooh, nice, Debbie. Do it. Well, Eileen, I didn't think it was horrible, but you know what? I never know. I can't read my audience, seriously. I'll paint some. Oh, there you are. I see why I was confused now. I said that you're in here twice. You know, a painting that I'm like, yeah, I'm really happy with this. Everybody else is like, and paintings that I'm like, oh man, I really hate this painting. Everybody's like, this is incredible. So I really have no idea how to read my audience sometimes. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, if I really like it, then I think everybody else is going to hate it. And if I really hate it, I think everybody else is going to like it. Oh no, Lee. I hope you guys get to play soon so you can start painting again.
Just a little purple white. My dried out white.
You can, Tan. You can totally get that effect. Yes, Rhonda, you can absolutely get chat on the iPad. Everybody listening, if you're watching and you're not chatting and you're on an iPad and don't know how to get to the chat, it's complicated. For some reason, the iPad does not like to show you chat, but it is there. I don't use an iPad, so I can't tell you how to do it, but if somebody in chat wants to tell me, I will say it out loud for you guys. But every single person who comes here who uses an iPad initially has a hard time getting into chat and thinks that they can't do it. But you can. That's very true, Eileen. That is very, very true.
Let's stick with our 5/8 inch filbert just because it's already in my hand. And I have black. I'm going to start doing the ground.
Eileen can tell everyone, and then I'll read it for those of you who aren't here. And those of you who are here but want to use your iPad, you will have that information too. I've been using this filbert a lot lately. You know, how I go through my phases where I never use a certain brush and then I use it all the time. I'm kind of in an all the time phase with this filbert now. Oh, Brenda, you're so sweet. Thank you.
It's easier to use a firmer brush for this part, but I'm committed to the action, so I'm going to see it through.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what Eileen's saying, but I don't know what any of it means, okay? You have to open my Patreon email using the blue email icon, not the red one. Hopefully you understand that, because I do not. Click here in the email. Sam, yes. I'll post information when we're done here. Then when you see YouTube open on your iPad, swipe down from top to bottom. Bye, Barbara. Thanks for hanging out with us.
So let's kind of start right about here. Just bring it relatively straight down. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Cactus arm. I'm pretty sure they're not called.
Is that it, Eileen? Is there more? Oh, you get a new line above the video. Click on open to open the YouTube app from there. This is really convoluted. And there you will see the live chat. Okay. Hopefully that helped you guys. Rhonda got it. Good. I think sometimes what the issue is, this is just me guessing. I have no idea. And maybe this is what I said to you guys and I'm just rephrasing it. What I think it is sometimes is that if you click the link in Patreon, it just takes you to a general YouTube where you're not signed in. And I bet if you signed in there, you'd be able to get it. But I don't know. I don't know why it fights with people, but whenever people tell me they can't get into chat, I know immediately they're on an iPad. Yeah, Ison, huh? Oh, because it opens up in the browser and not in the app. Oh, Deb, thank you. I don't know, Kelly, and we can probably do that together sometime. You know, things like that are things that I know you guys appreciate, and I like to share them with you because I know that they're appreciated. I don't think that's something I'd want to paint publicly because I think the vast majority of my audience would be like, what do I want to paint a piece of pizza for? So I'd rather share it with people who I know will appreciate it. Bye, Lindsay. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I'm going to experiment. And my fan brush, I just barely dipped the top half of it into the water so it's not soaking wet. And I'm going to load the taco.
Yeah, I do. I want to do a taco also. You know what, Brenda? I was actually kind of messing around with palette knife recently, and I don't know what it is. I just have a complete block when it comes to palette knives lately. You know, I think, oh, I'm going to do that. That'll be nice and easy in a palette knife, and that'll be perfect. And then I start doing it, and I feel like I'm using my foot for a palette knife. I'm like, I don't understand what I'm doing here. And everything just comes out looking horrible. So I've had a real block with palette knife for quite a while now. It's been quite a while. So probably not anytime soon. Although I do keep back at it because I would like to do more palette knife, but just so blocked. I just can't do anything in the palette knife that looks decent lately. Yeah, Deborah, exactly. That's why I've really enjoyed painting food is there's an amount of kind of release there because you're like, it's just a painting of a donut. It doesn't matter, you know, if I mess it up, who cares? So that attitude always kind of frees you up to just play and have fun. But then the techniques and the opportunity for color mixing and, you know, painting what you see. And there's so many fun lessons you can learn from painting food. Sherelle and the fan brush. Gotta get over it, friend. The fan brush is awesome. Well, thanks, Deb. Lee, painting food makes Jane hungry. When I was painting that pizza, because I really played with that pizza for a long time. Do I have it right here? No, I don't know where it is. I don't know where the pizza is right now. But when I painted the pizza, like, I dug into that thing. I probably worked on that for a couple of hours. just because I was really
Peace in the back.
kind of in a meditative space with it, and I would drill down into things and just really enjoy it. But when I was done, we had already had dinner by the time I was done, and I was still like, I need pizza. So we got pizza the next day because I needed pizza.
That's okay, you will.
And then the donut was bad because I don't eat donuts.
Let's go.
I haven't had a donut in years, especially a pink one. And I painted that donut, and then I was like, oh, I really want a donut. Yay, Kelly! Exactly, no calories, but it's all torture. It's just torture. What happened to Mona? I don't know. We're not talking right now, I guess. I haven't touched her for a while. I was thinking, what if I did Mona as a thing for you guys where, because I kind of was talking to you guys and working on some of the underpainting bits in a video one day, a live thing, and then ever since then I just haven't been motivated to do anything else with her. But I asked on Tuesday if you guys would like some, videos that kind of come in parts for you guys. I wouldn't do segmented videos publicly, but for you guys. And then I thought maybe we could do Mona, real, like, here's the first video and it's just the gridding. And then here's the second video and it's just, one other element. And so maybe it would take us, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 videos to do Mona. But I kind of had that as an idea. So I'd like your guys' feedback on that.
So now it's a bit more drab.
Nice. Gridding the bananas. Actually, Eileen, I have done that before and it's just not the same. It's just horrible.
The black is still wet. The bottom.
Yep, Mona Lisa.
It's helping
Yep.
the indication of the color be a little bit softer. Blends it a bit.
So someday I would like to finish Mona, but I think at this part I'm going to have to start over on her. Because when I lose the inspiration for a painting, like when I stop a painting in the middle of it, I don't typically go back to it. I either completely forget about it forever or I have to start it over. So if I did Mona Lisa again, I would start her over from scratch. Okay.
I hadn't planned on doing
Yeah, we can do that. I'm down with that.
something else I want to do. I'm going to take that green, yellow color I was using, and I'm going to make a brown. So I'm going to get a little bit of brown, mix it in there.
Eileen and painting over things that are just about there. She just paints over it. Nice, Sam. Good, good.
Sandstone type.
Yeah, Sherelle, it's a thing. Just use them for inspiration. Take a photo of them so you don't forget, and then paint over them, reuse the canvas.
Sandstone rocks or something, or red rocks like we have in the desert here.
I do that a lot too. I'll take a photo if there's like an element of the painting that I want to remember.
This up north there where I live. I'm not doing a lot on the other side because our sunlight is kind of shining this way.
Eileen's girl with the pearl earring face is going to be 3D soon. I liked it, Lee. Jane Font Journey. Bye, Tan. Thanks for trying. Get some sleep.
Might need some more yellow. Just adding little bits right here.
And this could be a really fun thing to do in, any kind of a scene. It doesn't have to be a desert scene. You could do a grassy field or a house or
Light over here, just so it's not pure black.
ice caps. You could do anything, any kind of a scene
Payne's gradient.
with the sky
I don't
if
want this color
the
to
desert
show up.
thing isn't your jam. But no trees, Lee says. Lee will not be putting a tree in this painting.
It's a little bit of Payne's gray to smoke that out. Much better.
So what plans does everybody have for the weekend? For the rest of today and tomorrow?
Stand back and look at it. And I think
Doing anything fun or painting or working or what do we got going on? Mason's never been to the desert. It's beautiful. It's hot. It sucks. Of course, humidity's worse. It's been like 70% humidity here today. Oh, it was under 70 this morning when we went out to go for a walk, but it was 70% humidity. And I was like, no, I don't like this at all. Let's go back in the house where it's a little bit drier. Yard work, bleh.
to really pop the cactus.
Or a dessert or a desert. I didn't even catch Ace, and you're good.
And I decided, oh, maybe just a little
An open studio event, fun.
bit in there. The more
Finishing the elephant.
I need just a little bit.
Color charts.
I really want to make it pop.
Oh, Atra, I'm right there with you on that one, girlfriend. Yeah, I've been struggling with some back pain for a couple months now. Ooh, Sherelle's hanging out in the AC. Dog classes. Ooh, Atra. Yuck, man. You need to move out of the furnace. Oh, Brenda's just coming back from vacation. Lucky. Nice. Sam's painting. Lots of yard work. Yucky. I don't do yard work at all. I pay people to mow the lawn. About once a year, I make Vince go down and cut down the big weeds. Like the trees that try and grow where they shouldn't grow. No yard work for me.
Just right up at the top edge. What is that? Black was still there.
Wow, Asen, I don't even know what that is, but it sounds awesome.
Just kind of dotting it to the top edge.
Ooh, Sylvie's going to try this in oil. Yeah, Sylvie's been doing a lot of oil painting and rocking it.
Then I cleaned off my brush. Let's get some more of this color. I'm going to make it very, very light.
Cold and wet. Wow, Rhonda.
Some water so it'll flow nice.
But in England, I thought that you guys had just been having your,
Sticks.
like, were you guys not part of that crazy European heat wave?
This kind of help us say that these little sagebrush bits have a little bit of light.
Sam Lee's in Australia. So it's winter there. Ah, that stupid thing. So that sound happened because, I don't know, something happened while I was editing my video. And I finished processing the video and I was getting it ready to upload. And I always just kind of click through it and make sure everything's good. And I got to the end and I was like, what the heck was that? So I went back and I re-edited that part of the video and reprocessed it. And then I forgot to check it again when I uploaded it and it didn't fix it. So I don't know why that happened, but it sucked. Oh, man. No, The weather here, is it nice there, Brenda, right now? Because it's nice and cool here right now. It's not, yeah, we'll be right back up to like 97 to 100 by early next week. This is just a little blip. I mean, I guess it's probably cooler than Texas, but it's still hot. It's not fun. Yeah. It'll be 97 here in a couple of days. But oh yeah, we don't usually get the humidity. It's humid right now just because it rained overnight and then it rained some this morning. But we don't usually get a lot of rain in the summer, so we don't have to deal with that very often. But yeah, dry heat is so much better than than humid, comfortable temperatures. Ugh. Let's just all pray that summer ends very, very soon. And Lee, I want you to appreciate your winter. Oh, Brenda, that's good. I'm glad that it's been nice for you. Oh, thanks, Eileen. I do kind of need that today. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But whatever happens, whether I end up taking a break or not, I will still be here doing all of the things with you guys. So, yeah. So we'll still hang out and we'll still do some paintings. And yeah, I'm really hoping, see, summer, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just summer. Summer is not inspiring to me. Like summer imagery, summer colors, summer paintings. I can bust one out here and there, especially at the beginning. I get, some inspiration off it because it's nice to have the change. But overall, summer is not my jam. I do not enjoy anything about summer. I hate it. Oh, thanks, Deb. But, maybe once the weather starts to change a little bit here, I get fall fever really bad. Everybody else gets spring fever really bad. I don't. I get fall fever super, super bad. Yes, I would love to prepare for Halloween, but then I'm afraid that by the time it gets here, I'm going to be all Halloweened out. But hopefully as soon as I can justify doing some autumn paintings, I'll be super inspired and right back to it and whatever. But in the meantime, we'll still do some fun stuff together. So fall is the best. Love it, love it, love it. I wish we could have fall all year long. Maybe 1 month of winter and 1 month of spring and then 10 months of fall. That would be my jam. I would totally take that. Lee, that's funny. Too much green. Too much water in the air. Absolutely. All right. Well, I am going to, no summer, Sam. Spring and winter are okay. No summer. I think I'm going to go because I am going to work on an idea that I have now. Hopefully I can bust it out quick and easily. So we can have a painting next week. I'm supposed to be doing a sponsored video for Fredericks. I mean, obviously all of my videos are sponsored by Fredericks, but I'm supposed to be doing like a special video for a product that they wanted me to. I think I showed you guys the ultra smooth canvases, and we're doing a giveaway. Again, unfortunately, it's only in the US. And yeah, so hopefully I can get that done for next week so I don't let Fredericks down too. But okay, tell your 3 boys we missed them today. Oh yeah, all 3 of them, huh? None of them showed up today. That's okay. All right, I am out of here then, guys. I will see hopefully all of you tomorrow, but at least most of you, and hopefully I'll have some good news for you. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.